Welcome to our AI for Everyone instructional video series. This instructional video series is developed by the American Institute for Professional Training and Development, a nonprofit organization. This educational video series is designed to provide everyone with an opportunity to learn about AI and explore how to benefit from this remarkable technology. The entire series is available to everyone at no charge. My name is Sandy, and I will be the AI avatar guiding you throughout this presentation, where we will discuss what a foundation model is. You've probably heard the names ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Llama, but what are they really? They're not just chatbots. They're not even just AI systems. They're something called foundation models. And understanding what that means is key to understanding why modern AI can do what it does. To understand what's new, let's see what came before. In the old world, if you wanted AI to do 5 different things, you needed 5 different models. A chatbot trained on conversations, a separate image classifier trained on photos, a code completion tool, a search ranking model, a translation service. Each one trained independently, each good at exactly one job. A foundation model flips this entirely. One model trained once on vast, diverse data can do all of those things and more. Not because it was programmed for each task, but because it learned such rich general knowledge during training that it can adapt to almost anything. It's like the difference between hiring 5 specialists for 5 narrow jobs versus hiring one brilliant generalist who can pick up almost any task you give them. Here's the definition made visual. A foundation model is a large model pre-trained on vast data and adaptable to many tasks. Think of it as an iceberg. What you see above the surface is the capability, conversations, code, images, and translation. What makes all of that possible is hidden below, an enormous infrastructure you'll never see. Training data, trillions of words, images, and code samples scraped from the internet. Compute, thousands of graphics processing units running for months, costing millions of dollars. Parameters, billions to trillions of numerical weights that encode everything the model has learned. The foundation isn't a metaphor. It's literally the structural base that everything else is built upon. Now, let's take a look at how a foundational model is built and used. Every foundation model goes through 3 distinct phases. Phase 1, pre-training. This is the foundation being built. The model is exposed to a massive corpus: books, websites, code, scientific papers, and it learns language, facts, and reasoning patterns all at once, with no specific instructions. This phase costs millions of dollars and takes months. It's done once by the research lab. Phase 2, fine-tuning. Now the foundation is shaped. The pre-trained model is adapted for a specific use case, being a helpful assistant, a code specialist, or a medical advisor. Human feedback is used to guide its behavior and safety. This is how Anthropic turns a base model into Claude. Phase 3, deployment. The world uses it. The fine-tuned model is made available through a product like Claude.ai or an API. When you send a message and get a reply, you're running inference. You're using the result of months of prior work. Here are some really big numbers to help us understand why foundation models can do what they do. These numbers explain why foundation models can do things narrow AI never could. 2 trillion parameters means 2 trillion individual numerical dials, each one tuned during training to encode some pattern or piece of knowledge. 15 trillion tokens. That's roughly 10 times the text of all English Wikipedia, processed thousands of times. A training cost of $100 million or more is why only a handful of organizations can train large models from scratch. And benchmark scores above 95% mean top models are now outperforming average humans on standardized tests of language and reasoning. GPT-3 had 175 billion parameters in 2020. Estimates put GPT-4 near 1.8 trillion. The growth curve is steeper than any hardware generation in history. Let's meet the major players. Claude from Anthropic is built around constitutional AI, designed to be safe, helpful, and honest. ChatGPT and GPT-4 from OpenAI were the first to hit mainstream adoption at scale. Gemini from Google DeepMind was built multimodal from the start, designed to handle text, images, audio, and video in one model. And Llama 3 from Meta is open source. Its weights are freely available, which is why thousands of open source AI applications are built on top of it. Same fundamental architecture, but different priorities, different trade-offs, different makers. What can one foundation model actually do? A single model can power conversational AI, chatbots, assistants, and customer support. It can write, explain, and debug code in any language. It can understand and generate images. It can summarize documents, draft emails, and search knowledge bases for enterprise users. It can analyze data, interpret tables, and spot patterns in data. And it can be embedded into apps and APIs to power entirely new products, all from a single model endpoint. That's why the term foundation is so appropriate. It's not a finished product, it's what everything else is built on. Now for our 3 key takeaways. Number 1, a foundation model is trained once on vast data, then adapted. That's what lets one model chat, translate, and write code. Number 2, scale is the secret ingredient. Parameters and training data aren't just big numbers, they're how emergent capabilities like reasoning appear. Number 3, GPT, Claude, Gemini, and Llama are all foundation models, different makers, different choices, using the same core transformer architecture trained at massive scale. Thank you for watching. I look forward to having you join me again in our next video, where we will examine what is a large language model, often referred to as an LLM.